Great, we're all set. Thank you very much for taking the time. I appreciate it.
Hey, my pleasure.
Now, where are you from?
I'm from Toronto.
And is that where you live now?
That's where I live now, yeah. I'm from Saskatchewan originally, but I've been in Toronto for about 10 years now.
Were you always interested in music?
Yes. I've played, started taking drums when I was about 10, and I played a bit of piano before that. So I've been playing for well over 25 years now.
Long time to play. Do you still love it?
Oh, yeah. Great.
Do you still perform
I feel
with the National...
very fortunate. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, do you still perform with the National Ballet of Canada?
Oh, yeah. We started Nutcracker rehearsals yesterday, so we're doing that till the end of the month, basically.
Oh, wonderful. Well, what is your dream project that you'd like to do that you haven't done yet?
I don't know. I think doing music for an RPG would be fun. Because there'd be a bit more freedom than we did in Cuphead, but it would have to still be the right, it would have to be the right RPG or the right project with the right studio. So I very much enjoyed working with Studio MDHR on Cuphead, so I would love to work with them again if they did anything interesting.
Now, how can people find your other compositions?
I have a SoundCloud page, which you can link to through my website, but there's very little on there. Cuphead is the bulk of what I've written. Typically, I'm not really, I'm more of a performer. That's what my career up to this point has been based on. So composition has come fairly recently.
Now, for Cuphead, how did you get the job?
I got the job because Chad and Jared, who are the two brains behind MDHR, I've known them since about grade 5. They grew up a couple blocks from where I grew up, and we've been best friends since about then. So they asked me when they were starting this little tiny video game project if I wanted to write music for it, and so here we are.
How does the process of this work? Do they send you images and give you ideas?
Yeah, it was a bit of both. I mean, they knew early on that they wanted the bulk of the bosses to be big band, 30s big band style music. So there was a certain amount I was writing on my own kind of blind, and we were lining it up with bosses after the fact. And there was also a number of bosses where, or bosses or other areas of the game where they already had a clear conception of what the visual was going to be like. So there was a bit of both, a bit of I was just doing my thing, and then a bit of trying to write something that matched things that they had already developed.
Well, Cuphead's been getting a lot of positive vibes. I'm guessing a lot of it has to do with your music.
I hope so.
Because people are loving
people have reacted very well to the music, and I think the first thing people see is obviously the visuals, and then if they stick around, the music. I think generally everyone seems to appreciate it, and the difficulty of the game too. People also, people do appreciate that as well. It's a challenging game, but it's rewarding. So.
Do you play video games?
I play very little because I don't really have time. I've been playing, I beat Cuphead, obviously, but aside from that, I played a couple. I played Ori last year and Limbo, just because they were, sort of recent games which were quite popular. And also, I've been checking out some games that have popular soundtracks because I'm, sort of interested in checking out other soundtracks. But the bulk of the gaming, I don't really play much anymore because this is too much other stuff that I'm trying to do, and it's tough to sort of balance everything. But I have played the past year. I've also been playing a lot of The Witness, which is, I think, has to be one of the greater games that's ever been made. So, but I'm very casual in terms of the amount of time I put into gaming.
Now, how did you feel when you found out that you got nominated for the Best Score Award?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's been a lot of people are saying it's been quite a year for video game soundtracks across the board. And so to be, in the same category as Zelda and Mario and Nier, I've heard some of Nier, it's amazing. Persona 5, also incredible. So considering some of the games which didn't get nominated and maybe also should have, it's quite an honor to be there.
And what did you do to celebrate once heard that you were nominated?
Nothing, I don't think. I probably went to work.
Now, do you?
I'll celebrate more if we win, but I'm not holding my breath for that. I think the competition is extremely strong, and there's been a lot of great OSTs released this year, so it's fantastic to be nominated. But I'm not one that gets too excited about something. So,
do you perform like Monday through Friday? Do you have a set time where you're working with your bands and everything else like that?
Typically, if I'm in like my normal gig with the National Ballet, if I'm with them, we do Tuesday to Sunday, 8 shows a week, and that's 4 months out of the year typically, and then the rest of the time, most of it's freelance schedule, so a lot of morning or afternoon rehearsals, a lot of evening shows, but nothing totally set in stone. It's kind of like shift work, I guess.
Makes sense.
And then in the middle of that, I try and find time to do a bit. At the moment, I'm starting to write a few more things, just doing some experiments, and that's sort of how it was during the Cuphead process. I would get up in the morning, and if I didn't have to go to rehearsal, I'd spend 4 or 5 hours writing. And if I did have to go to rehearsal, I would try to squeeze a little bit in sometime in the day just to get some work on it. But it's a balancing act, for sure.
It sounds like it. Now, at the ballet, you play percussion, is that correct?
Yes, yeah.
I also read that you also do some stuff with jazz bands and stuff like that. Is that correct?
I do as much as I can, but it's kind of a different, the classical world and the jazz world are fairly distinct, and I still, I practice jazz a lot. I love it. I've played jazz since my early 20s, I think, is when I really got into it, and it's just I would love to do more, but it's also still a question of time. So I do as much as I can, and I love listening to it, and I love practicing it, but I don't do nearly as much jazz playing as I would like.
When you're not working, what do you like to do for fun?
Oh, I like reading, and I've been doing Kung Fu this year, and doing lots of meditation, and lately I've been doing some research on macrobiotic diets, so sort of getting a bit more into cooking maybe. I practice 2 to 4 hours a day typically still, so I enjoy practicing, so I do that for fun as well. It's not really relaxing like sitting on the couch is, but I used to watch a lot of films. Haven't had too much time to do that lately, but
what are some of your favorite?
Sorry?
What are some of your favorite films?
Oh, well, for the domestic films, the original Blade Runner is probably my favorite. Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, a couple classics. Wild Strawberries I love, Bergman. I like a lot of foreign films. I try to watch as many of those as I can. Tarkovsky is incredible as well. Trying to think what else. Ghost World I love. I think it's fantastic and quite dark, but still very funny. That's
now,
okay.
Is there anything you'd like to say about your family?
I mean, my family's been great for all this. They've been super supportive. My partner, she's fantastic. She's put up with me sitting at the keyboard many nights, doing my own thing when I was trying to finish the writing process. So, yeah, they've been nothing but supportive. Probably visibly more excited than I have been at the success of Cuphead.
That's the mark of your modesty, and their pride in you.
Oh yes, my mom in particular is extremely proud. I think if we win, that definitely will be a cause for celebration. At that point, I'll crack a bottle of champagne, maybe.
Sounds like a good way to celebrate.
Yeah.
Now, is there any charity work you want to mention?
How so?
Just are there charities that you work with, or do some work for free, or places that you always like to give a shout out to?
Well, there's certain. I mean, we've typically what we do with my family now, and friends will donate to charities. Lately, we've been donating to Eco Justice and Doctors Without Borders and Oxfam. Those are the ones that we quickly donate to. I'm doing. I just sent off a record today. They're doing a charity auction at MagFest next month. This is the I forget. I think it's Music and Gaming Festival. I'm pretty sure that's what it stands for. But so we did a signed vinyl for that, and they're going to auction it off. So yeah.
Sounds nice. Now, what are your social media handles?
I think my Twitter one is just Chris Maddigan. I honestly don't remember. I'm not at my computer right now, so I can't look it up.
Okay.
Super easy to find though. If you just Google Cuphead Composer, those will. The only major social media one I have is Twitter, though. I don't have Instagram or anything else.
Okay. Well, that's the one that we'll send people to. Or would you rather people go to your website?
Either or is fine. I mean, the website links to Twitter, so it's they could go to either one and find the other. The website probably needs a bit of updating, but you can write that I did a half Hey Peter at the Mall of the Dead, and I'm very proud of that.
I'm sorry, I don't know what that is.
Some people will, and they'll be impressed.
Okay.
It's not dirty. Don't worry. Thanks to my usual shout-outs would be thanks to Studio MDHR for bringing me into the project and trusting me with it, and all of their support. And thanks to all the fans of the game and fans of the soundtrack. It's the feedback has just been extremely positive and actually, very nice to receive. I think there's a lot of time and a lot of heart that went into every aspect of the game, and I think that's registering with people and or resonating, I guess, with people, and it's quite gratifying. So yeah, thanks to the fans.
Well, good luck to you on the ballet season, and really good luck at the Game Awards. I hope you do very well.
Thank you very much.